Hi, my name is Rachel Caldwell. I'm with Carrington Real Estate Services. And let me tell you a little bit about my experiences with the Russells. When I first met Calvin and Rashonda, they were very clear about what it was they wanted. They wanted a modern style home, possibly two-story. They wanted it to be open concept, open feel, because they enjoy entertaining. Also because they have a small son and they wanted to be able to keep their eye on that son at all times. They were looking to stay in Flossmoor, preferably in Heather Hill, which is a great community, and they wanted to be close to the park, possibly even walking distance to the schools. We were able to locate that property for them. Well, it took a little bit of challenges. Calvin's deal breaker was that he had to have a man cave. He wanted that basement. I don't know if he quite told Rashonda it was a deal breaker because she was looking at the modern feel and she could care less if it had a basement or not. It also had to be a property with a rather large or decent sized backyard. They wanted something that would be large enough for their son to play, but safe enough for him to run around. So we looked at several style homes. They did not seem to be too impressed with the split level style properties. At first I thought they were definitely going to choose a two-story, but then I realized they didn't really care for the stairs. So we looked at several different styles and thought we had a property. It was a ranch style property. Unfortunately, it did not have a basement. They are a couple that is completely joined. So Calvin didn't really know what to say to his wife when she fell in love with that ranch. He called me though and let me know that he really wanted a basement. What could I do to help him find one? So I did. I went through MLS, and fortunately at that same time that they were almost about to move forward with that ranch, there was another property that came on the market. It was an estate sale. It was a split level. But it was like a block away from where the original house was. Absolutely in their ideal location of Heather Hill and Flossmoor. That is the property they finally decided to go with. It didn't have a modern feel, but the other component to the things that were a little challenging for the Russell family is that the Russells did not want to go over $200,000. A lot of properties we had been looking at that were at that $200,000 mark were completely dated. The house that they chose, it was also a little bit dated, but you couldn't beat the price. They didn't want to go over 200, and they ended up paying 150. That gave them a rental budget, so they had $50,000 to do whatever they wanted to bring that house to the modern feel that they were looking for, the open concept they desired, and it's close to parks, walking distance, and it's definitely walking distance to the school. So they got everything they wanted with their new purchase, but they got to do a little bit of work. The renovation that is going to be used to bring that property up is going to give them the entire feel of what they're looking for. And I am so happy we were able to locate a property that works for them. This particular property that we're in right now is actually one of my future listings that will be for sale. It is open concept, modern, updated, granite countertops, newer cabinets, stainless steel appliances, and for sale for that right purchaser. Maybe it could be you or somebody you know. My name is Rachel Caldwell. Thank you. Have a good day.